Morning. Silas on the lot this morning. Okay, it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a hard week, I think. It's gonna be a hard week. We're gonna check it out in a second here. Cause you guys hear the music? Right.
Look at Silas. You're so happy. Hey, buddy. Hello. Hey. You're so happy. You're so cute, dude.
Alright. Do you guys know this song? I don't know if you can hear it very well. Scatman. This is just so fun, dude. Scatman John. You know what, eh? Does that bring you back or what? This brings me back. We used to start every camping trip. Every camping trip during the COVID era, we used to go camping every weekend with a group of like 20 of us. We would go camping together, different spots all the time. We start the weekend off with good old Scatman. Break down around the campfire, scatting around. It was sick. Anyways. I'm gonna just play a little bit of music. Definitely got copyright striked for that, but cool. MavenTrading.com. Check it out. New minis are live. Add-ons are coming soon for the minis. I really am excited about the add-ons coming. You're gonna have higher profit split. You're gonna have a higher consistency score, so you only have to take 4 trades instead of 5 or 6 or whatever it is. And you're gonna have a bigger drawdown, 5%. Also, Omo, best account in the game, lowest prices. This is the best offer in the entire prop firm space, I believe. No consistency rule, no news restrictions, unlimited profit cap after 3 payouts. Boom, easy. Boom, 40% off right now. Check it out. Anyways. TradingView. My Claude is running right now. I think it's coming up with a prediction. And it's got to a point where it's okay. It's doing something okay. I'm a little bit confused by it. Last night I was doing a bunch of stuff. It was drawing random spots, just completely. What is this? Was this? Okay, that was on Friday. Okay, good. Is it already the 20th, bro? Is it end of July or is summer's almost over? Summer's the best time to trade, my dudes. Anyways, it's drawing us some stuff. It should be drawing lines here pretty soon. It did a prediction on the weekly open. It was wrong on the weekly open. Well, that's fine, though. It did get the biases correct, more or less. There is an issue. I'm going to explain something here, right? So the Claude trade, the Claude code, it's not as good as me yet, okay? A lot of what I do is kind of intuition-ish, right? or priority-based system, and it doesn't really understand the priorities yet, and it doesn't understand everything yet. Last week, we lost on the weekly. This looks bearish. Okay, weekly looks bearish. It's pretty certain that the weekly looks bearish. Okay, check. Boss Maven Mini is instant funding. Yes, instant funding. Okay. The daily, they seem to have saved it, kind of. Okay. Now here's the thing: if you're looking at this level here, right? Do you guys remember that the issue here is this all was a fucking like weird holiday thing, or it was like rollover, and so some people's charts look different. Look, adjust for contract changes. So some people's charts look different. That was not the all-time high for some people. So I'm not sure which one I should have on or not, right? I don't know which one I should have on. Either way, this is a failure on the daily. So good chance that we come back up to the zone before dumping back down. So there's a lot that could be going on. It looks like it's going to continue to range. But ultimately, it looks pretty bearish, and potentially we could be dropping down really low on this pullback, right? Okay. Where's my Claude? Why is Claude not drawing shit? Why is this taking forever, dude? 15 minutes to run a fucking read? This makes no sense. This needs to be faster. You can't tell me it takes 15 minutes to read the chart. Should be a minute, dude. Anyway, they're going to put that up on the other side so I can monitor it. Thoughts on QQQ? We are quite literally looking at the QQQ right now. I'm literally talking about it right now. You're like, that's not the QQQ. It is the QQQ. It's the same thing. Okay. It's the exact same thing. Anyways, dropping down the time frame. So here's the thing. Daily, is bullish, okay? More or less, right? Weekly bearish, okay? These are my biases, right? More or less, okay? Now drawing the levels, okay? It's going to start drawing the levels now, okay? I think what we do is we don't touch it. Okay, boom. Okay, we're going to start drawing levels. Look at this. Boom, boom. Okay, weekly. Nice. It's drawing the weekly levels correctly. See that? Weekly. So it does dotted lines. It's drawing everything. Daily levels being rejected off of. Good. Good. Look at that. Bounce off the daily as well. 4-hour origin failure. Don't know if that's right. Is it? Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh my god. I don't need that fucking monstrous text there. That's disgusting. Okay. Okay, let's see what it came up with. Okay, this is not a regain on the 1 hour. That's wrong. Wick failure. I think it's reading the current candle. I'm going to have to fix that. In the future reads, do not count the current candle, only count closed candles. Okay, cool. I think it's reading the current candle. Okay, so it's got a failure on something here. Okay. Oh, it's not quite done yet. Sorry, I'm not reading the chat at all. I need to, how do I do a pop out? Let me see if I can pop out the chat somehow. Wait. That's not where I want. Hey Hunter, for DMC, if the level is gained with a huge candle, should we wait to enter because the observed? I mean, I'm not. Most of your guys' questions, the answer is always it depends. Okay. Oops. And what I'm doing for you is I'm giving you some concepts, okay, and you can figure it out, right? I'm not going to tell you how to trade exactly, right? Especially on not on like a live stream or something. There's some situations where I could guide somebody and tell them exactly what I do. But what I want from the live stream is to teach you guys the concepts, and I want you to be able to figure it out, okay? Right? If I were to teach somebody like directly, it'd probably be a little bit different because I'd probably try to fast track it. But I think it's best for your guys' growth to figure things out on your own, okay? So here you go. Monday read. All of this is just kind of potentially, maybe I should levels only. Okay, so the Monday morning, we only use the levels for daily and weekly. I mean, I could be using the high time frame levels or time frame directions, but okay. So the 4 hour and 1 hour are bullish, and I would argue that that might actually be rather correct, right? Because we've got a gain here, okay. This one failed. Oh man. So much cat hair, bro. That one failed. You're also rejecting up here. Did it tell me to long here? Like this, what? Okay, Claude is still retarded. What's the trade idea then? It didn't give me any trade setup. I think Claude is getting dumber over time, honestly. Like this is getting... I swear it's getting worse. I'm pretty sure it's getting worse. Levels of interest. Like it's not... Like this makes no sense. Why would it long here to target that? That makes no sense. Like long higher than the price? That makes no sense. Draw your trade prediction. Okay, and then I think it said long on the 1 hour too, which okay, we had 9 minutes for the open. I mean, yeah. Right. Yeah, if I had to guess here, we come up to the weekly level. Can I get rid of this stupid thing, dude? Like, these don't make sense. These are absolutely wrong. This is as wrong as it gets. I had the same experience when I create bots with Claude. It's just losing track of the main ideas. Yeah, so it's adding things that I never told it to. Like I was working on it last night, and it just like I don't understand why it's just coming up with random shit, right? What is a risk zone, right? Like what is a risk zone? Reward zone. What are these? Why did it draw a box here? This has nothing to do with anything I've ever taught it. Right? This is the trade. It drew this, dude. Stop here, target, enter above current price, and target literally. That makes absolutely no sense. That is retarded.
Ford might have watched TJ.
That's retarded. Retarded. That's retarded. Bad idea. Okay, fuck you, Claude. I can't believe how terrible that prediction was, okay? Claude is getting really dumb, and I'm kind of concerned. I might have overloaded it, and it might be too stupid to understand anything anymore. I think all of this read is more or less wrong. It drew some levels accurately. Let's see. The daily levels, weekly, and the weekly levels. Where's the daily level here? This is not a daily level. Nope, that's not a daily level at all. Okay, everything's wrong. Okay. I think it's like Googling shit, and I do not want it to do that. You know what I mean? Like maybe it Googled DMC and somebody explained what DMC is on Twitter or something, and it's all wrong, right? Like I need it to follow my method. Anyways, this is what I think is going to happen. If I'm looking at it personally, you have this level here. What is it doing, dude? Why is it drawing more levels? I already deleted that. Bro, Claude, you're retarded. It just keeps drawing this. It's like, yo, take this one. I swear it's going to work. Okay, anyways, I do think this makes no sense, dude. Claude, you're retarded. Oh my God. You're distracting me now, Claude. I think it's going to come up here. I think this is our range. Okay. I don't want to enter pre-market because I don't really know, but I'd like to long down here and short up here maybe. Okay. So maybe I'm just going to draw a couple little boxeroonies here and just more or less so I can get the painting in my head here, okay? Right, a couple boxes. So I can get them like it kind of in my head, right? Overall, the super time frames are torn, like daily's bullish, weekly's bearish. 4 hour and 1 hour are bullish. 4 hours a little bit torn here, so it'll depend on where this 4 hour closes. Claude turned into a drunk gambler where you weren't looking. That's crazy that Claude drew. It's like you should long higher than the current price and then target right in front of it. We can guarantee a win that way. If price shoots up, enter on a, like, it basically said enter on a stop market. Maybe I need to, all my trade drawings, so it says all my trade drawings are off the chart, only level lines and event markers remained. Okay. Okay. Logged in the read file in memory. Breakout confirmation entries aren't in your scripts. It looked for a breakout. I've never once said the word breakout. Why is it looking for breakouts? Like, what did you come up with, Claude? Look at this. Oh, like, look, it says breakout confirmations aren't in your strategy. Don't come up with your own ideas yet. Don't. Okay. Let's just update this guy to be clear. Do not come up with your own ideas or take from online. only use what I've told you in the script. Okay. Boom. Okay, and then we can update that later if we wanted to start coming up with theories later. Okay. This is for all trading globally. Okay. Holy shit, dude. It just keeps doing this. Last week it was like entering on lower thirds. I've never once done that before. Last night it was drawing levels on wicks. I've never said that. Don't draw levels on wicks. It just randomly started doing like ICT garbage. Like, where are you getting these ideas, dude? Okay. I need to like pop out this chat. I need to make this chat bigger. It's too squished. There we go. God dang it. The issue is like this glitches all the time. Okay. Maybe add skills from GitHub repos to improve technical analysis. So I do not want to use anything that somebody else has made because it's wrong. Right? I can know with almost certainty if I use something that somebody else has made for trading, it's wrong. Like I don't need to download new ideas. I need to teach it how I trade from absolute scratch. Okay. That's what will work for sure. Okay. And what it's doing is it's coming up with random shit. That's the issue that Claude has is it's coming up with stuff that's not mine. Okay. So where is it getting that? It's getting it from other people who are terrible traders. Okay. Do you use VIX as an indicator? Yeah. Sometimes. Right. Here's a market open. I'm not entering on the market open. I'm just waiting. Why? Because I'm uncertain. Oh, wait. I got the... Chronos is actually useful. It's a GitHub that lets Claude understand trading and financial language. I mean, but it won't understand my language. You see what I'm saying? What language does trading need? Like, what is trading language? It's ICT, right? What other words do I need? You know what I mean? Like, what words would it need to understand? What I say pivot points, I say candle bodies. It understands what these are already, right? It knows what a pivot is. It's where things change. Or I can define it myself. I can say, hey, 3 candles with the exterior candle being the distal one. Okay, boom, right? I know language. I know how to talk, right? This is a pivot point. Why? Because it's 3 candles with the exterior one being a pivot, or being the distal, right? This is a pivot point, right? So there's a level there, okay? I need to remove stuff, yeah. Yeah, I'm concerned that it can't grasp what I'm doing because there's so much. Like, I might be smarter than Claude still when it comes to trading. It might not be able to do what I do. Right? So I'm trying to break it down kind of like step by step and only draw certain things. But anyways, it more or less got the levels right. It's more or less getting levels right. It's not quite there for levels, but... Okay. So, and it's more or less getting the direction right too, which is nice, right? It's just the entries are shit. Give them some peptides. That's the trend now, eh? Optimize your Claude with some Retatrutide. Throw some C-Max in Claude to make his brain work better. Cerebrolysin, bro. Heal that brain. Anyways, there's all these levels and whatnot here, so right. So I think there's gonna be, let me just draw this up here. It's like this sort of thing, right? Right. Okay. That's what I'm looking at, hopefully. See if we can get a rejection off of it. And the levels is my problem. You speak too fast in all your videos. I watched all your videos. Watch them again. Levels are the easy part, bro. I mean, maybe not the easy part, but a level is a candle body. That's all of them are. Every candle body is a level. Okay, there you go. There's your solution. Levels are the easy part. The hard part is determining which levels are important. So they had the failure here, right? Come back up here, weekly levels. Let's watch the 5-minute. I wonder if it's wise to, a lot of momentum coming in here, so we can just chill for a bit. Send corn to 79K. Isn't it better to let PineScript draw the levels and let Claude interpret? I was thinking of that last night, actually, because once I started drawing the levels, right, what I'm doing right now is I'm doing a read of the market, and it's accessing TradingView and looking at the chart. So what I might do actually is I'll try to code a script just to draw out the levels maybe next, and then have Claude interpret the trades potentially. Yeah. I was actually thinking that last night, just because I wasn't doing levels until I wasn't drawing things on the chart until, like, you know, just like Friday or Thursday or something. So now we're in the position of trying to make it trade like me, right? So Claude's idea, let's see if Claude plays out. Claude's idea was if it goes up, buy here and then target that. It's probably going to be right, because it's pretty difficult to be wrong with that tiny little move, but it's kind of a retarded trade. You know what I'm saying? What are the conditions for executing a trade and deciding direction? That's an incredibly long question to answer, so I'm not going to. You basically said, how do you trade? The conditions? I decide that it's safe to trade, and I know the direction. That's the consistent conditions. Okay? Stupid question, stupid answer. And then how do I decide the direction? Dumb money concepts. Lux Algo, smart money concepts might be the absolute opposite. I do not like Lux Algo, and I do not like smart money concepts. I know for certain smart money concepts is a terrible strategy, and I do not like Lux Algo either. He writes algorithms that all fail. Everything he does is wrong. He's just an absolute goon of an influencer, but like not in the sense that, you know, Mamba FX is a goon, but like just teaches you things that are useless, right? It's just, what he does is he just teaches all of the things, right? and then you go search it. I'd be like, oh, Bollinger Bands, whatever, right? So he'll have a method for that. He'll have a method for everything that you could possibly search, which gets lots of views, super famous because of it. But everything he teaches is wrong because you can't teach all of the strategies and them all be right. It makes no sense. All of them are wrong, though. All of them could be wrong. And some people argue, they say, hey, all strategies work. It just matters how you use it. That's absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. Nearly all strategies fail, right? Nearly all strategies are unprofitable. Some strategies you can make better by not having panic attacks, basically, right? But yeah, don't ask Chris questions. Claude, his girlfriend, is pissed him up already. I'm doing all right too. I'm not that pissed off. I'm trying to understand why Claude is getting dumber, right? And it might be that I'm overloading it stuff. Maybe it needs to sleep or something. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I've given it too many tasks. You know what I mean? Like I've got a lot of things running. So maybe it's hot topics today. In the trading news today. Oh, nice. Here's a sell. Let's see. Oil Iran escalation. Ninth straight night of the U.S. Iran strikes. Strait of Hormuz traffic plummeted, and the 1 month high on oil is going up or whatever. Okay. Some chatter of people are talking about potentially $100 oil again. We do not want oil to be high. Should we take a short here? I think this area we would like to short probably.
Order filled.
Let's take some shorts. I think let's see if we can just, because we wanted to short in this area. Where's my freaking even? What's going on here? Is it broken? Why is my account frozen? There you go. When it gets 1 million token limit, it compresses the conversation and make a summary. And I've not gotten anywhere near that. It keeps defaulting to Sonnet, which might be making it retarded. Settings. Is there a way to like? Anyways, so wait, I just want to trade actually right now. So we entered a short here, right? I'm gonna put a little bit of a, and just see if we can come back down. Really, that's all I'm looking at. I just am looking for the rejection potentially. Meow meow. Just wanted to make sure it didn't blow through that, right? Let's draw the daily level here. Okay. Put it above the daily level. Everything's bullish at the moment. More or less, yeah, kind of. But the high time, well, not really. Not really. Not everything's really bullish. It's a little bit torn for me today, so I wanted to do the range, right? I figured it would come up here from the pre-market, but I didn't want to take the trade in the pre-market, so let's see. We're just doing a light trade because the market is super choppy right now, so I'm not crazy confident with these trades today. So but somewhere in here I would expect, if it's going to reject, it's going to be here, right? Just took profit. Nice, good stuff, bro. You took the long, I guess. Yeah. So the other option was, yeah, take the long this morning somewhere here and target here, right? So anyone who is long, they're probably exiting here, right? So it's likely that it comes back down somewhere in here. So I'm not looking for a big old sell-off. I'm just looking to sell this zone, right? For people profit taking, right? If it doesn't work, it's fine. That's why we go light, but you know, you generally don't want to go heavy when it's counter trend. But these are just some significant levels, right? So, and I mean, honestly, I tried it last night too, and it failed, right? So generally, blindly entering is not the best thing for me. What did I try to sell on? I tried to sell just on this weekly level here last night, and it just didn't respect it at all. So, right, it just went up. So. Netflix on a weekly level. Yeah, we kind of knew Netflix was going to go down, hey? This is a, like, Netflix is just a terrible company, so, but like, yeah, here, monthly sort of zones here, right? This would be a decent buy for Netflix if you're looking for longer term, right? What, buddy? Meow, meow. Okay, I'm going to get out if it goes above this. Okay. Meow. Meow. My next level is 29,222. Long or take short back to, what was it, 29,222. Is that literally my stop? So you should be using this as the level, right? So these are weekly levels, right? So there's different options, okay? I can explain to you why they're rejecting here, right? Okay. This is a very obvious rejection spot, okay? If they're going to reject anywhere, it's going to be this blue line, right? So you've got the weekly levels. People are selling the weekly levels, okay? So people are already exiting from their longs, and then this is the daily level that brought you to the high. So there's going to be a rejection here. I just don't know how big. I know that for certain there's a rejection here, okay? Show my PNL as I usually do. Yeah, it's like it's broken. Everything breaks all the time, so I just don't feel like it. I feel like you want me to set it up again, and it's gonna just ruin the video for you guys. That's the issue, right? Let's ruin it for you guys. Or wait. Like, there's a reason why I don't do things sometimes. Wait, capture window, browser source. See? And then I have to set it up, and now it just ruins it for everyone to watching, right? Just ruins it. Now we have, you know, there's a reason why I don't do things. Because now I have to do this. And now you're not going to be able to see anything, and it's going to take me 5 minutes to do this, okay? Is it a holiday or something today? There's like nobody on. Right. And then I got to do it for the short form content people. And it's just really frustrating, dude. That's why. It's really frustrating to do this every time. Because the windows are so fucking huge, dude. Takes forever, bro. Okay. There you go. I think it's done now. There you go. Okay. Now we're back in profit. It's rejecting off those levels, okay? Put your fit back on the ground. Huh? I don't know what that means, bro. So there could be a little bounce here, maybe, but I'm thinking they take that level pretty hard, so hopefully. All right, let's see. So everyone's like, oh, it's super bullish, right? Everyone's like, that's bullish today, right? I mean, sure, yeah, but it's already, you know, it was bullish for the open,
there
right?
was no red folder for this entire week.
Yeah, there's no news this week, that's true. Hard weekends, right? Bro, I look low on energy. No, I feel great today. Everyone's hungover from last night. That's why everyone's hungover, dude. Everyone's watching the Spain game last night. Yeah, I didn't watch a single second of football. Not a single second of football. Okay, there's the target. So let's stick our profit. All right, there you go.
Order filled.
There you go. All right.
Order filled.
There you go. There's the profit. Okay, we went for. Okay, and let's log it in Claude. I'm just logging the trade. What I'm writing is I'm saying here, so you guys can see, so you can learn too, because I am teaching Claude, so you guys can learn too, right? Just took a screenshot. I took a short on the market open. I used the daily pass-through level that brought us to the all-time high to short off of, which is also had the weekly levels as a blind entry, right? And we made 100 points, okay? 100 points. Profit target was just the daily open, basically, right? Or the market open level. Okay. Keep it. I want it all in Fable. Okay, there you go. Right? We just came back down, tested that. I don't know if it's going to pass it or not. And we can see how it reacts now, and then we can either take a long or a short. We'll see. Right? Trump will create his own news this week. Yeah, news is meaningless. I don't bother with news. See Hunter back to work. Hey, see you, Bites. If I buy a prop from Challenge, what is the time limit of trading? I mean, you might want to look at the prop from Challenge that you're buying. You might want to look at the rules. It's funny to me that like asking somebody on a live stream is the least efficient way to learn something, right? Because here's the thing. You could ask me a question and I could be wrong, okay? And then just give you a wrong answer. I could also not read it and then skip your question, okay? Or I could give you a dumb answer, right? So there's a few possibilities. You ask a question, you don't even get a proper answer, okay? But then the thing is, I'm one person, right? So you could go straight to the source and just check on the website about the rules of things, right? Or if you don't want to scroll through the website and you just want somebody to feed it to you, ask ChatGPT, ask Grok. Like, it'll search for you, right? And then it'll look it up for you. Right. So it's funny to me that you'd even ask a question like that. That's like not even specific to me. Right? Oh, I want to get out of my... I don't think I want to be in the QQQ. I'm in some QQQ longs. I don't think I want to be in them anymore. Nice. We did make some money on the QQQ longs at least. I'm going to close them though. Yeah, I don't want to be in these actually. I only closed out half. I want to close all of them actually. Yeah. And there we go. Okay, we made some money on the QQQ. This looks pretty bearish here, right? So, okay, this is making sense to me now. This is actually making a lot of sense. I was a little bit. So I think Claude's actually confusing me because it's doing shit and it's taking away my brain power. But this makes a lot of sense now. Okay, so Now that we're seeing it. So we failed to make a new low here. This is the significant level. This is the most significant level on the chart right now. Okay, we lost it. Okay. And the weekly lost too. So overall, the market is bearish. You do not want to be in longs down here. You did want to be in longs over here before, I think. But right now it's high risk. We have to regain all this before I want to be a bullish again. Okay. Lower time frames, 1 hour, 4 hour. Bullish, right? That's fine. But I think we might actually fail this again, and then we'll just sell it off. We have 2 minutes on the 4 hour close. So this is interesting. This looks actually quite horrible for the market. We might get a crazy dump here. DMC apply gold. It applies to everything. That's how the market works, brother. Like within reason. It's not perfect yet. There's more to DMC that you're not going to understand ever. I'm not going to teach it ever. Because the thing is, DMC becomes so complicated that if I started teaching the difficult good stuff, like the really good stuff, you guys wouldn't understand. So there's no, like, it would just confuse you guys, and then it would scare people off, and they wouldn't even start learning it, right? So I should just teach the basics of DMC, the easy stuff, right? You guys will be able to get profitable with the easy stuff of DMC, and then you can experiment on your own from there, okay? Do you think they're going to fail this 4 hour? Looks really close, 30 seconds. They already failed it before, so they already technically failed it, kind of, right? Like twice. Okay, it doesn't look like they're gonna completely dump it, but yeah, I'd be a bear here actually.
Order filled.
I'm going back short. I think. Wait. Yeah, wait. I'm going back short. Let's enter a trade here. And then we'll add to it up here, right? Big old failure here. We'll add to it up here. Daily level there. Let's see here, daily. There's a backup plan. We're gonna go to this 4 hour low here, I think. Dumb money is just slick marketing. Yeah, it is. That's why I called it dumb money. It's just for marketing, of course. What's the best time frame to start learning dumb money concepts? Monthly. Stupid question, stupid answer, right? No trade today, setup didn't form. Yeah, so here's the thing, dude. I'm going to tell you something. If you're looking for setups, you're trading wrong. Okay? Because I'm gonna tell you why looking for setups is not the correct way to trade, and this is what most people trade is they look for some sort of pattern. Okay, and patterns, they could be useful. Okay, but a concrete understanding of how the market works is how you make money. Okay, the issue with patterns is, let's say your pattern is this. Okay, your pattern is this, right? This is what everyone trades. This is your pattern. Okay, and boom, it just played out. Okay, we just got it, played out. Okay, you take your trade or whatever, right? But what happens if, okay, maybe I'm not here for that moment, or I miss it, or I got distracted, right? What happens if it looks close, right? So maybe it does this, right? Right? What happens if it shoots past and doesn't retest, right? What if there's no retest? What if that wick is not super strong, right? Then you start bending your rules in order to conform to this shape, okay? And if you're looking for that pattern, you will find it in places it doesn't exist, okay? That's one problem. The second problem is if you do miss it, okay? So you're gonna find places it doesn't exist. If you do miss it, you're gonna FOMO in at bad pricing. So if this shoots down, you're gonna FOMO in at bad pricing, okay? Right? And the third issue is it doesn't happen very often, so you have to wait a lot, right? So a lot of days you don't get trade opportunities. And the fourth issue is it doesn't actually solve anything, right? Because you see this pattern, it comes down, and you don't know if it's already hit the target, right? And then it comes back up, and then you enter. Guess what? That was already the target it wanted to hit. So you have to look at the reactions off of the targets, right? To know. You have to look at the reaction off of the retest to know, okay, what the next move is. So it's gambling still. So there's so many problems with pattern detection. There can be useful things, right? Like this big old wick here, right? That could be considered a pattern, right? Right? That could be considered a pattern. They can be useful because it can show you momentum shifts, right? It can show you things, but generally looking for some sort of weird shape, they're not very helpful, okay? There's a lot of issues with them, and you're going to mess up your trading a lot if you're trading like that. So a core understanding of how things work is what's important, right? Momentum shifts, trend, and rejections off of things, right? That's what's important. These are the three things that make money. Momentum, you can follow the momentum, right? Trend, you can just sit in a trend, okay? And rejections, okay? If you can't continue the trend, you have to go down, okay? Those are the three things that make money. Everything else is used as an aid in order to find these things, okay? And you might say, hey, what about order flow or something? Order flow is momentum. Order flow is failures. It's using the book or whatever, right? Whatever they're looking at there, whatever numbers they're looking at that I don't understand because I don't give a shit about it. It's arbitrary shit to me. Whatever they're looking at, what they're doing is they're looking for momentum, trends, and rejections. That's what they're looking for. Patterns do not work, okay? Unless there's a part in the pattern that tells you that this is a rejection and it's probably going to come to this level or something, right? So you can use them as an aid, but I do not like them at all, okay? Domani concepts is the only concepts that's dynamic, not static, and that's the way the market is. Yeah, it's a dynamic way of understanding the market. Totally. Can I repeat? No, you can rewatch the video. Oh, I need to do the 7 a.m. read. Mhm. Like this is what's pissing me off with Claude, right? I upload this photo. I'm like, okay, I took this short, right? It knows I said the green is the targets, the red is always the stop, the gray is always the entry, okay? And it's like, were these the exact entry and exits? Yes. What were they? It's on the chart. No. No. Look at the photo. Like, it's like, I don't understand why Claude's getting like actually completely retarded. It just told me, like, it said, like, this makes no sense. Upload the photo. This is the trade I took. I took a short for these reasons. 100 points profit. Targets the market open, right? Go ahead. What are the entries? It's on here, dude. It already knows. It already knows in the script how to look at that photo. And then it says, I'll go look at TradingView, which means it's going to look at this trade, right? That I have. No. Like, I'm getting upset with Claude now. I'm getting upset with Claude. Maybe it's not as good as I thought. Did I DM you on Discord? Fuck no, dude. I don't know who you are. Why would I DM you? There's fake ones, right? Joined Discord 3 days ago. There's got to be a way to like just ban anyone that has my name, you know? Change my name, you're just banned. Right? Yeah, if you change your name to my name, you're just banned.
Claude is getting lazy hard.
Claudia. Okay, let's see. Okay. Let's see if this, let's see. Okay, let's see if it got it right. Okay. So done, trade fully logged, trade 32. Okay. 73 points risked, 100 points gained. Let's see if this got it right. Entry on 137. Okay, good. All right. That's all I need. That's all I need, Claude. That's all I need. Okay, so Claude now, 7 a.m. read. Let's see. Pipeline for the data. Huh? I already ran. No, it didn't. Did I run? Let's see. Why didn't it show its prediction? It did not run. Wrong. Wrong. Did not run. Didn't run. So it says 4 hours bearish, lower closes, failed breakdown, failed bounce on the rally. 1 hour. No, this is most definitely bearish on the 1 hour. Failure to gain on the 1 hour. Like, I don't know if it's because I have multiple reads throughout the day that it's like it's not picking up from the other ones. But I might have to like restructure this all because it seems to just be retarded with every single read, and then I have to adjust it. Like it's not doing it. It's not doing it properly, and it's rather frustrating because it has everything. Like it can't understand the simplest shit right now. It's gone completely bonkers. Anyways, bros, I gotta go. I gotta go. We're short for the day. Okay, take care. Do I recommend moving your stop loss? Usually not, but yeah. You moving your stop loss is for people who can't sit still. All right. Okay. Ciao.